I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm so scared. Oh, 90s sitcoms. I would have to say that a good percentage of our moral upbringing came from watching these 30-minute cheese fests. But like most cheeses, the shows ran the scale from cheesy to socially poignant to a sweat-filled ball bag. A lot of life lessons were taught to us creepy, crawler-baking, Tamagotchi-killing, Hot Wheel-driving 90s kids. You know? Oh, and let's not forget the music that accompanied said lessons.
But just because your dad likes things neat and tidy doesn't mean you have to be exactly like me.
Let's get started. Before Lucille Bluth barely held this family together, she was cooking for a prehistoric family of 4.
More. You finished your bottle, dear. You're full now.
Oh yeah, and Elmo. Yep, that's right. Elmo voiced and operated Baby Sinclair, which comes to prove that even then, he couldn't keep his hand out of a miner's ass. So, number 10 on our countdown is Dinosaurs. Okay, so if I were to describe Dinosaurs, it would be Flintstones meets Jurassic Park, except a shit ton more flannel and exposed crotches. And while Dinosaurs may not have been as popular as some of our other shows on the countdown, it's on the list because it's one of those holy tit sandwich, I forgot about that show type of shows. Created by none other than the Muppet Masters themselves, Jim Henson Productions, the animatronics were by far one of the coolest things to ever witness in a sitcom, which is why they managed to rack up 65 episodes before they were canceled in July of 1994, which is also the same year that I looked like this.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Yeah. Hot! Also, Dinosaurs again proved CGI not always needed. Our number 9 spot on the countdown belongs to the somewhat humanoid version of Dinosaurs, Roseanne. Is it just me, or did the theme song make you want to eat all the things? Roseanne was probably one of the most honest portrayals of a functioning dysfunctional family who were, unlike most TV families at the time, dirt fucking poor. The show tackled loads of controversial issues, from drug abuse to gay rights, and had a woman who forced the man to make her a sandwich, so long as he didn't eat it first. The family bickered and took pot shots at each other constantly, but it was done in a way that was affectionate and hilarious. Darlene was my favorite, because she gave us sarcastic, monotone girls out there someone to look up to.
This woman be my little Becky?
Not Oliver. If I were you, I'd check upstairs for some missing Kleenex.
Boy Meets World, the coming-of-age story of a boy named Corey Matthews, who, meets the world, clocks in at number 8. Starring the younger brother of that kid who kept interrupting Columbo while he was trying to read The Princess Bride. And if you understood everything I just said, congratulations, you're old. And if not, she's too young for you, bro. She's probably making duck faces into mirrors or some shit. The great thing about this show is that it ran for 7 years, so you get to see Corey go from elementary school to high school to marriage. I mean, how often do you get to see TV characters do that kind of stuff? And who could forget Feeney? The teacher everyone wishes they had, played by none other than William Daniels, who also voiced Kit and motherfucking Knight Rider. Who else wanted to see Terry McGinnis say that just once, so we could be like, we know it's you, Terry. We know it's you. If you're a fan of the show, remember that they've gone and created a sequel series that will probably premiere sometime in 2014 called Girl Meets World, starring Corey and Topanga's 12-year-old daughter. Friends comes in at number 7. Okay, so here's what I have to say about Friends. It was really funny and all that jizz, but it really gave us unrealistic expectations about living in your mid-20s. They all had amazing jobs and lived in city apartments. Okay? Ross was a fucking paleontologist. And here we are sucking down Funyuns and pretending we're dead when student loan officers call us. Okay? So Friends. White people who really love fountains. Moving on. A family's love runs deep. And by deep, I mean that special place between your belt and dick fro. Married with Children lands on our number 6 spot because fine, men. You had your fun. Now it's my turn. What I love about Married with Children is that it showed a family that one could actually relate to. It had a husband who hated his life but would be the first to beat the shit out of anybody who dared jeopardize it, a son who was a smartass, a daughter who was a whore, and a wife who wanted to fuck her husband, eat bonbons, and watch her soaps all day.
Hey, I want to do what they were doing.
Well, I'm game. What were they doing?
They were eating!
The show almost never made it on air, and yet it is hailed as one of the best sitcoms ever. Plus, I can't hear the song Love and Marriage without thinking of this show. And to all of you who sell ladies' shoes for a living, we toast you. Before there was a Feeney, there was a Belding. Probably one of the most badass principals to ever grace our vision balls. Saved by the Bell was named one of the 20 best school shows of all time, and happily sits at number 5 of our countdown. Not only was it funny, but it touched upon topics that were serious, like that one time Jesse took one too many caffeine pills. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. The cast seems to be doing fairly well now. I mean, have you seen the size of Screech's career? God, you guys are pervy as fuck. But no, really, I was talking about his penis. And speaking of large sizes...
Hello, I'd like to order a large pizza with mushrooms, anchovies, and the hottest peppers you can find.
This is my first phone. I got it in 8th grade. This fucking huge bitch. We may have been saved by a bell, but this show was saved by a nerd. Family Matters comes in at number 4 of the countdown. And if it wasn't for their annoying, clumsy, snorty nerd of a neighbor, it probably would have been long forgotten about. And just when you thought Urkel couldn't come up with anything more outlandish to impress the lovely Laura Winslow, here comes Stefan. I don't know about you ladies, but Stefan is Stefan. Now, I'm not so sure if you folks remember, but in the last year of airing in 1998, our beloved Harriet Winslow, played by Jo Marie Payton, was replaced by Judy Ann Elder. But at the time, ratings were low and nobody really gave a crap. Did I do that? Number 3 on our countdown is none other than Full House. Okay guys, I seriously grew up watching this show. No, I mean literally. The Olsen twins and I share a birth year. All cheesiness aside, this show rocked my 90s bloomers. From Kimmy Gibbler's smelly feet to Danny Tanner's OCD, from the You Got It dudes to the How Rudes. Who could not love these characters? Well, except Uncle Joey, because they seriously should have cut him out. Yeah, it's kind of ironic that the show's supposed funny man put me to fucking sleep. And speaking of fucking, nobody does it better than Bob Saget, and by that I mean the man has a dirtier mouth than I do, which is rather astounding.
That'd be a good public service announcement for Nickelodeon. Hi, this is Bob Saget. Don't fuck that shit.
Okay, so anyway, let's...
The sky, just what we had. It shone forever.
Have mercy. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air takes the number 2 spot because who doesn't love rap and royalty? I know, they've got nothing to do with the Queen or anything, but if you've got a British butler named Jeffrey, then your ass is royalty. And while shows like Full House and Family Matters taught us how to be kind to one another and how to be kind to one another, Fresh Prince taught us how to say our prayers.
Hey there, Lord, my name is Ashley Banks. My family and friends want to give you some thanks. So before this dinner's all swallowed and chewed, thank you, God, for this stupid food.
Confront bullies.
You gotta act like you got this tick, right? Like the army did this experiment on you, right? That just went terribly wrong. You're like, back up! Back up! Mind your business, that's all. Mind your business.
And properly apologize to our loved ones.
Will and Carlton are sorry.
Now, the only gripe I had with this show was the infamous Aunt Vivian switch. Okay, the memorable Janet Hubert Whitten was replaced by Daphne Reid in 1993. And unlike the Family Matters switcheroo, a lot of us actually gave a damn. So, I think a lot of us can agree that the original Vivian Banks was the real badass. And while this beloved sitcom had a bunch of, oh my god, this is fucking hilarious, I need to hold on my urethra stressed and not piss myself moments, it also made you cry.
How come you don't want me, man?
Number 1 on our countdown is just fuck. Just listen to the song and you'll know what it is. If you don't know what that is, then you're not from this planet, okay? Even if you haven't seen a single episode, you know that bass line. Seinfeld is famously known for being a show about nothing. But like William Shakespeare, it is also a show about inventing a shit ton of stupid English terms like spongeworthy, festivus, and shrinkage factor. Yes, like Shakespeare, most of them have to do with sex.
All right, let's go. I'll give you half an hour.
And no other TV show has done for the English language what Seinfeld has done, and like all good things, it came to an end after 9 seasons. Since then, Jerry has gone on to create a web series about comedians in cars getting coffee, Julie Louis-Dreyfus has become the Vice President of the United States in Veep. Jason Alexander has grown hair. I don't think I could ever get used to that. And Michael Richards went on a rant dropping more N-bombs than the entirety of Django Unchained. And with that, ladies and gents, you have a countdown. Ooh, ooh, boom, bitch! Now this bitch be tired, alright? So I'm gonna drop the mic and peace out. Oh yeah. And stay geeky, my friends. Vivian Banks. The heck? Did that do that? Anyone ever think that Carl Winslow has the coolest storyline ever? I mean, think about it. He goes from being a cop in NYC where he releases the Ghostbusters from prison, and all that stress from seeing all those ghosts causes him to accidentally shoot a kid with a toy gun, thus causing him to switch jobs and relocate to California where he gets another cop job behind a desk, and when he's driving home from buying his wife some goodies, a guy falls onto his car, causing him to meet John McClane, and at that point he's like, fuck this shit, fuck California. I'm moving to Chicago next to the most annoying prick kid alive who wants nothing more than to fuck my daughter. And that will be home. That will be home.